Welcome back to This Mobile Life. My name is Emily, and today I am going to talk about my top 5 RV camping cooking methods. After almost 3 years of traveling full time on the road, I have found that I have changed things up quite a few times, and these 5 are what I've pretty much landed on. When we first started traveling, we were in a large Class A motorhome, and so things have definitely changed since then. I have a bit more experience. One thing I want to mention is that in that Class A, I had a propane oven in there, and I found that I never really got the hang of it. I know a lot of people do, so I'm not really going to address a propane oven today. The way I plan all of our meals now would be 100% solely based upon what hookups we're going to have, or lack thereof. So for instance, if you've got full hookups, water, sewer, and electric, that gives you the full gamut of whatever you've got for cooking options. If you only have electric and water, changes things a little bit. And then of course, dry camping, there are a lot of things that you just won't be using for that camping trip or that stay. So inside our current RV, I have this cute little 2-burner propane cooktop, which is awesome. And I use that particularly for when we don't have hookups at all, because it can just run off of our propane and I don't have to worry about electric. The one thing that I would say is a negative about that particular item is it's only got so much surface space. So if you have 2 really big pots, you're not going to be able to fit both of those in there because they're not going to be able to literally fit in the space of the stove. So while that is a really great option for when you don't have hookups, just keep that in mind for when you're planning your meals. Another option that I've got inside of our current RV is a convection oven. I had one of those in our Class A motorhome, and I found that I used it all the time. So when we bought this rig, my husband and I installed one because I found that I could not cook without it, because there are way too many options that I wouldn't be able to make if I didn't have one. The thing that you have to keep in mind with your convection oven is that you absolutely want to have electric hookups of some kind. Otherwise, you're going to drain your batteries really fast. So that is definitely the con, I would say, to the convection oven, is you need to keep in mind what hookups you're going to have. Another item that I absolutely love is my induction cooktop. What is great about this one is that you can use it for indoor cooking, just throw it on your counter in there, or you can bring it outside and plug it in and cook out here too, which is fantastic. I'll put a huge pot of soup on there. I love to make really big stir fries. It's got a great surface, so all of your pots and pans are going to fit on there. Keep in mind, it is an induction cooktop, so you have to have the special induction pans. Great option though. Just wanted to point out that this is something I don't use unless we have electric hookups, because it takes a lot of power and it would drain the battery. So as you can see, I'm always going back and forth between what I'm going to make depending upon where we are and what we've got for hookups. A really great outdoor cooking option is my Napoleon grill. I also have a Blackstone griddle, which is what we carried for the first, I don't know, almost 2 years of travel, I think. But I really was missing a traditional grill, because as you can see inside, it's got a cast iron grill plate in here, which is awesome for, steaks, pork tenderloins, all that really good stuff. But I did find that when I put my Blackstone griddle away for the season and brought this with me instead, that there were some things that I couldn't cook because of the Blackstone. You can make breakfast out there with, pancakes and bacon and all that good stuff because you've got the big flat surface. So in order to make a few more items with this one, I've got these really cool copper sheets, and it's all you have to do is put them right on, and it gives you so much more, it gives you a lot more options, big things of vegetables, use your imagination. It's awesome. I mean, these things are washable and reusable, and they're copper, so it's really, really cool option. With both the Blackstone griddle and the Napoleon grill, something you do need to keep in mind that I'd say is probably more of the con of these items is that you have to take them out from wherever you had them stored, bring them out, set them up, cook your food, clean it all up, and put it away. So you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're deciding what you're going to cook that day in regards to, time, that kind of thing. I've been using all of these items for a little while now. I really, really like them after a lot of trial and error of the last couple of years. So I've included links in the description below for all these if you want to check them out. If you have any specific questions about any of them, please be sure to include that down in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer that for you.